All right, welcome everyone to today's live stream. Hope you guys are doing good and you have a great Wednesday. I had to check what day it actually was. So yeah, I'm just gonna jump right into the actual scalping here and just show you guys how I scalp here on a daily basis. And also, I'm going to give away 1 month free access to the RLZ Slingshot indicator. It's the indicator that I'm using here. So everyone who comments, I'm just going to grab one random comment from the comments of this live stream and just give you 1 month access to the RLZ Slingshot indicator right here during the live stream. So I'm going to bring up all my different charts here that I have for scalping. And so let's see. I have down here. You can see I have 4 different windows of trading view up. The first one is, so you can see here, I've organized them by naming them different things, like you have scalping screen 1, scalping screen 2, and scalping screen 3. So 3 out of my 4 monitors have one of these layouts on. So we're going to start with, this is screen number 2. Usually I don't have them on the same screen here, but because I can only share one screen, I'm going to show you guys like this. So first, what I want to do is I want to activate the scalping signals. So I type in scalping here, and here I have all the signals on here, and I'm going to just select all of these and press the play button here. So I'm going to restart all of these alerts, and I'm treating these signals. So I'm actually forward testing this. I've tested this scalping system quite a lot. I've back tested. I think I had like 500 trades through back testing, and it actually was quite profitable through back testing. And I've forward tested for about a month with decent results. And now what I'm doing is I'm doing a challenge with the Fivers. And by the way, you can get access to. I get a 10% discount for you guys if you're interested. So let's see. I'm gonna link that in the comment as well, so I can get 10% discount on any of the Fiverr's programs with using that code. I think I haven't seen a lot of discounts actually on their program, so I think I'm one of the few ones who actually have that 10% discount. So definitely worth checking out. I'm gonna log into my Fiverr's dashboard and find the link for you guys. It's in the description, but there's something wrong with YouTube when posting those links. It won't really give you a clickable link, but I can do it like this and post it in the chat. So you can use that link if you want 10% discount on any of the Fiverr's programs. So it's in the link. I'm going to bring it up like that as well, so you can see it right here. So check the comments. And by the way, guys, remember to hit that like button and comment in just comment something in the comment section. And then in about 20 minutes, I will select one of the comments and just give you guys free access to RLZ Slingshot indicator. What you can do is you can comment with your TradingView username. So if you comment with your TradingView username, I'm just going to copy that username and just add you guys to the indicator right away. All right, so we now have the alerts ready. So let's bring them up here. So that's screen number 1, screen number 2, and screen number 3. And sometimes you see that some of these, when getting activated, they are automatically getting stopped for some reason. So sometimes I have to activate them twice or maybe 3 times. Not sure why, but that's just something I have to do. And so what I do is I'm doing a challenge currently on the Fivers. And I've just started this one. I'm using very, very low risk. So I'm using only 0.13 risk, and I'm looking for very high risk to reward trade. The win rate is going to be a bit lower, but the risk to reward of the winning trades are going to be very high. So I actually made the first day I tried this out, I made 8R, which means I risked 0.13% on the trades, and I made almost 1% profit, which is insane. So I'm risking very, very small amounts here, and the idea is to risk very small amounts till I'm up about 2%. And when I'm up 2%, I will increase my risk to 0.25% per trade, and I will keep it at that. Because when you're scalping, it's quite risky. You can have some big losers if you, for some reason, forget to put a good stop loss, or there's a lot of spreads, high spreads, or slippage during news events. You might make some stupid mistakes, right? So before while we wait for signals to come in, and they will come in every 5 minutes. So it's the signals are based on a 5 minute time frame, which means that signals will come in every 5 minutes. I'm just going to write a comment here. So I'm just going to leave the comment here so that everyone who comes in knows to leave a comment and like the video, so you get access to the actual indicator. So before we wait for a signal, we can. I'm just going to show you, and I have the tab up here, so I'm just waiting to select someone to write their username in here, and I will select one and add you to the indicator right here during the live, and you should see it pop up in the invite only scripts right here. All right, so basically, the scalping system is based on the RLZ method, right? And the RLZ method is a trend following system where we are utilizing the idea of a break and retest, and we're then using specific indicators to show if there's a good confluence on the break and retest. So, for example, you might have a horizontal level that goes like this. So that's going to be resistance. Price comes from an uptrend here, something like this, right? Comes from an uptrend, hits resistance, breaks through, retest that resistance area. This is now a break and retest of a horizontal level. That's the break, that's the retest. And we're then using specific indicators to determine if this is the retest that we want to buy or not. So you can see here, stochastics RSIs, for example, is one of the indicators that we're using. Stochastics RSI, when looking for longs, we want to have that below 30, which happens right here. And then we are looking for the 4-hour 20 EMA and the 4-hour 50 EMA. Now, of course, this is on the swing trading system where we're using the 4-hour. On the 5-minute, we're obviously looking at the 5-minute moving averages. And then we also have the higher time frames, which is the swing system is the daily 20 and 50 EMA. And then when we're scalping, that's going to be the 4-hour 20 and 50 EMA. But that's about it. And what we have with the RLZ slingshot is we have all of these components built into the indicator. So the long and the short signals are based on this very simple system, this trend following system, RLZ method, but it's in the RLZ slingshot indicator. So we can look at a couple of examples here, okay? So we can look, for example, here. This is a good one, Euro CHF. So what happens here is, as you can see, I only have the RLZ slingshot indicator on the screen. I have no other indicator. Well, I do have the stochastics RSI because we can't put that into the indicator. Well, it's actually in the indicator, but it's not showing. So I'd like to have the stochastics RSI on the screen to have a visual representation of what it looks like. But it's also integrated into the indicator. You can see down here where you have use stochastics filter. So it will filter the signals based on what the stochastics is doing, and what location the stochastics is in. So here, for example, you have a long signal on Euro CHF. The long signal is that one right there. And you can kind of see how not all the signals are going to be good signals. It's very important to remember that this indicator will not, it's not a blind buy and sell indicator. The indicator is supposed to be used as a market scanner. And when you're getting a signal, you're supposed to confirm that the signal is confluent with the system. So this one right here is, yeah, I mean, I guess it's kind of confident with the system because you can draw, excuse me, is the coffee about to come up? Oh wow. All right, so you have it like a horizontal level right here. So it's kind of like a break and retest, right? That's breakout, sort of like a fake out, I guess. And then here's some sort of breakout and a retest. And it actually hits that horizontal level right here. It hits the 4-hour 20 EMA as well. Stochastics are size below 30. And it's giving you that bullish engulfing candle. And then another nice push to upside here as well. And it's also happening right inside the reload zone right here, where the 50% fib is also being used as confirmation of entry. So this is a good trade. Now you also see here that you have stop loss levels. That's all the way down, all the way here. Well, actually, you have a stop loss level here, and then you have TP1 here. And you can go into the settings, and we can adjust this. So we can put the stop loss. So we're going to show stop loss and TP levels. We're going to put TP1 at the minus 0.618. That's going to be our TP1. Because remember, when we're scalping, we want to let the winners run. We want to make sure we give the trades the opportunity to become big winners. Okay, so when I'm swing trading, I'm usually taking profits a little bit earlier, but when I'm scalping, I want to give the trade room to run. So what we're going to do is we're going to use one TP, which is going to be at the minus 0.618. We're not going to be using FTA's TP1 because FTA is going to be the first trouble area, which is the closest resistance. We're going to remove that one, and now we're going to watch the indicator reload everything, and it's going to put the TP. Oh god damn it! That's not what I'm supposed to be doing. Now he's removed the whole indicator. So let's just wait for this to load. It's a lot of code in this one, so it takes a little bit to load, but once it's loaded, it's gonna be, go well. What's up, man? Welcome, Joel. Welcome, Joel. Give me your TradingView username, and you'll be in for possibly winning the access to the indicator. So now you see the TP1 is up here. Now what happens is it automatically calculates the average risk to reward of the trade as well. So you can easily see here, when you get a signal, you can easily see if this is worth taking or not. So the risk to reward from market buying, which means it calculates using the last candle. So the last candle is this one right here. So if I market buy from that candle and put stop loss where the indicated stop loss is and TP at the indicated TP, this trade would be a 3.16 trade. So from my calculation, about so 3.16, something like that. And if I wait for a retest of the 50%, which never happened here, but it usually happens, you see on this next candle or the previous candle, you see that the long signal came in here and then it retested 50%. And that's usually the way I like to trade this scalping system. So if you use the replay function, we're going to go to that candle right there, and you will see that it triggers a long signal here. And then what we're going to do when the long signal triggers is we're going to put orders on the retest of the 50% fib. Now, in this case, I would probably use a lower stop loss just to make sure I have enough room to let the trade kind of move around in drawdown before hitting my stop with increased spreads or whatever. So I'm going to put it down here. And TP will still be around the minus 0.618. So this will be a 3.75 R trade. So 3.75 R trade. And now what happens is we get filled on the 50. And that's the trade. So we get filled on the 50. We're now filled on this one. And price moves up. Boom. Straight up to the first trouble area. What we do right now is we move stops in just a little tiny profit. And we see this run. Boom. That's it. That's trade right there. That would have been a really good trade. And this signal came in this morning. No, it came in yesterday evening. I don't trade on the evening, so it doesn't matter. We get a signal on ADJPY, so now we're going to check the ADJPY. Let's go see ADJPY. Where's ADJPY? Not here. It's going to be that one. So you select that one, press Alt plus Enter, brings it up. Is this a good signal? No, it's not a good signal. Why is this not a good signal? Well, I can show you very easily by giving you a glimpse of this first signal right here. So you see here that you have on the 5 minute, you have a clear trend. Okay. Now, important to note here, and I have a video where I'm analyzing the trades based on the behavior of the trend. That's a very important video. I highly recommend you check that one out. It's the most recent video I published. Let me see if I can find that one. Yeah, so I will link this video in the chat. It's actually a very important video, and it's about analyzing the behavior of a trend. And the behavior of the trend right here is we got a lower high, lower high, lower high. Now this is actually an equal high. So would I take this trade? Probably not, because if you go into the 1 minute, this signal comes in right here, and I would say that that high is in my opinion a break of structure. Okay, so it's a break of structure. So you got a high, lower high. Can remove the indicator used to have price action in focus here. So we have a high, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, equal highs. Okay, so we got equal highs. Now, are we now trading this trend? No, we're not trading this trend. We're trading a possible range that will be forming here. Now look what happened here. Exactly that happened. We get a range. Okay, so when you have a change in behavior of the trend, you don't want to trade that signal. And if you go to the 5 minute, the signal that we just got on the indicator is in a range. So this is not a good signal, because it's not a signal that was born from a trend. It's actually from within a range, and this is going to be happening quite often. So I would say that maybe almost as much as 60% of all the signals are not going to be good signals, but the rest of those 40%, let's say 30 to 40% of the signals, are going to be in perfect conflict with the system. So and the win rate of the system should be around 50%. So you could say that somewhere between 30 and 40% of the signals from the indicator has a 50% win rate, which, if you know what you're looking for, is actually quite good, because you now have an indicator which is basically scanning the markets for you and telling you when there's a possible trade. So it's a great question here, and this question actually just got answered by another viewer. This indicator does work for Forex, and it works great for Forex. I would say that I've been using it mostly on Forex, for the simple reason, because that's where I have my funded accounts. I don't have any funded accounts for crypto. I don't really trust the new firms which offer crypto for funded traders. They're just the new firms coming from this prop firm bubble, and they're all run by the same software white label solution in the background. They're just copies of each other, and I'd like to stay with a good reputable old firm like the Fiverrs, and they at this point don't offer crypto trading, but we can we can easily check this out. So we're going to go to let's look at, for example, I don't know, let's just go to something like Link. Okay, now of course the problem now with crypto is that like with most markets, I would say right now, it's just not very it's ranging quite a lot. But here you have a good trend. So here on Link, you have a beautiful trend right here. Now, unfortunately, there's no signals in this trend right here, and I'm not really sure why. I think it's because, oh yeah, it's because I have the swing settings on, but I can easily switch that. All right, so we have new signals here. We have one for ADJPY. So you can see that behind my face here, you can see the signals are popping up down here. So when I get these signals, I know what to look for. We have another one on ADJPY. Again, this is a range. This is not something we want to be trading. What was the next one? The next one was on ADUSD. So let's look at ADUSD. This is ADUSD. Let's see what we got right here. Well, this is also a range, and it's not looking good to short at all. Also, something to note here, when I'm trading this scalping system, I have a rule that says I can't take more than 2 trades per day. Why not more than 2 trades per day? Because if there's good signals, why shouldn't I be trading more? For the very simple reason, when I started trading 6 years ago, my biggest problem in trading was over trading. I find myself trading the best when I take fewer trades, because when I know that I only have 2 trades, 2 shots of making money, 2 opportunities per day to make money, but I get a ton of signals, I can be more picky and I can be more disciplined and only follow the plan, right? When I know, for example, if I would have a rule that says, I can take 10 trades per day, I'm just going to take every trade. And I'm not really going to be very disciplined or focused on if this is a good trade or this is the best trade. I'm just going to take a lot of trades. So when I started trading, I didn't have any rules on number of trades per day, and could end up sometimes having like 10 or maybe 20 trades per day, while only like 1 or 2 of them were good trades and according to plan. So I remember making rules for my swing trading that says I'm only going to take a maximum of 2 trades per day. Now when I'm swing trading, I take like one to 2 trades each week. So that rule, by having that rule of having just 2 trades per day, I kind of integrated a more patient approach for my whole trading. So then a couple of months ago, when I started this scalping system, I noticed that I started to trade a lot, right? And I took like 20 trades per day. Some days I took 5 trades, some days I took 20 trades, and I saw that the days when I traded less was when I made money. So the days when I took 1, 2, 3, maybe 5 trades a day, that's when I made money. The days when I took like 10 or 20 trades was when I really was losing money, and that's because I was over trading. And I realized that I had to start from the very beginning, because I've been building this swing trading system for many years. But now when I'm starting to get into scalping and I'm starting to optimize my system for scalping, I've noticed that I have to go back to the basics and I have to build this up just in the same way as I build up my swing trading system with the same rules. That's why I'm only taking 2 trades every day, um, which is just a great. It's I don't know, like it just works perfectly for me. So let's go back to we were talking about link, and I want to just what I want to do here is I'm gonna show you how to use indicator templates. This is quite good. So indicator templates, I'm just gonna add save indicator template, and I'm gonna do scalping 5 minute scalping RZ. So now all the indicators I have on the screen here will be saved as a scalping template. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the this one right here, because this is my swing trading layout, and I'm going to add a new one here. I'm going to save this as RLZ Method swing trading. So now I can just use the same layout, but you can switch back and forth. So we're going to be using the scalping layout here, 5 minute scalping. Good. And now we're going to go, and now we have links. So hopefully we're going to have some signals in here. And this, because this is just a beautiful downtrend on the 5 minute, and hopefully some of these highs are going to give us a short signal. Okay, so it doesn't give us any short signals. That's because it's above. Because it's above the high time frame EMA, and this is the high time frame EMA. This is the 4-hour 20 EMA. Now, if we go in here and we remove the high time frame trend, get another signal on AD/USD. So we're just going to check AD/USD. Do we have not a good one? Not a good one. So we now remove the high time frame bias for the indicator, which hopefully should give us some signals. No. Okay. So what can we do here? Signals above. I mean, there should be short signals here. Let's see. because I'm seeing this one, for example, that would definitely be a should be a signal. And if I don't get any short signals on this one, yeah, so now we get a couple of strong signals. So it works. It should work quite well in crypto as well. I see one where we had like a really, really good entry on Link. So this is actually a perfect example of how you can use this in yeah, I've tried this out, but actually the EMA crossovers is, from what I've found, is just not a good. It's not a good strategy long term. I don't think it works very well actually. Anyway, so I have a really good. This is a great example because you have on Link you have an uptrend here, and now what you see is you have a I would say you have a range here with bullish characteristics. Now, what happens if this range breaks to the downside, like we get right here? Now, if we break down and start a downtrend, something interesting happens here, right? And now I would say we have broken down the range, and now we might start a downtrend. So look at this one, pretty good signal right here, and we have to remember I had the TP1 was supposed to be the minus 0.618. We're going to remove that one. So we're going to wait for it to load again, but this is going to be our short signal. And we're going to be trading this all the way down to the minus 0.618. So our entry should be on the 50% fib, and our stops should be above the reload zone. Sometimes the stop loss placement here is going to be very, very tight. Because I've set it to be very tight. This is something you can modify in the settings, and I do recommend having a wider stop loss when scalping. I haven't really modified this yet, but look at this. This is the trade, right? So the TP down here at the minus 0.618. Now let's see what happens. So it's a pretty decent signal here. We get another signal on that one as well, and then here's another signal, but we're going to use that last one. And so it moves all the way down here. So this is a 3.75 R trade. That's pretty good because it's it's a it hit that TP in 4 hours. So pretty good trade. You can enter this here on around 2 and then exit this same day around 5 in the evening. So I think it works really well. And when there's like a established trend, you can see here on this short signal as well. If you go back and you use the replay function, we have another short signal right here. This would also be a decent short signal because it's actually a break and retest of the range EQ. So if you use the range tool here, you can kind of see how this would be something like this would be the range, and then here you have a short signal on the retest of the range EQ. So we want to put in orders, maybe let's try market enter on that one, and then stops above the reload zone, and then TP at the minus 0.618. So this is now around the 3R trade, and it works beautifully. It's straight down to that last TP. So that would be your first trade, and then you wait for another signal which agrees with this. Here's the one. And so if you traded these signals on Link, you would have made in a day, let's see, so in a day you would have made 4, 5, 6, 7 R from 10 in the morning to 6 in the evening. 5 R, no, 6, 4, 5, 6, 7 R, that's very, very high. So if you have a couple of days where you make 7 R, you can risk very small amounts. You can risk like 0.25% per trade, and you can have a very low win rate. You can have a low win rate of around 30% and still make money. If you have you only really need to have like 1 or 2 good winning days in a week, maybe even use 1 winning day in a week, 2 trades per day, and you'll make back all the losses from the previous days. Because remember, a day like this one where you have 7R, you're basically paying for 7 losers. So you can lose 7 times and then have 2 winners, and you'll be break even. So only, only 2 out of 9 trades or 2 out of 10 trades have to be winner for you to be to make money. So yeah, this works great in the crypto market as well. Now let's see. We're going to switch over to which one is it? Estimate swing trading, that one. Now let's see if what's up, man, and thank you for the kind comment. Leave your guys, leave your trading view username in the comments, and I'll give you access to the indicator. I will select one of you in about maybe 20 minutes or so. So everyone who writes a comment I will just pick one at random. I'm probably just going to close my eyes and just pick a comment or something. I don't know. And if you have written your trading view username, I will just write it in right here and add you to the comment, to the not the comment, to the indicator. So let's see if we have any signals. It's a few signals today, not a lot of signals today. Usually I get more signals. And obviously you don't have to have a signal to trade the system. It's just going to be much easier. So what we can do is we can just go through the markets here to see if we can find anything interesting. Here is a good example on USD CHF where you have a long signal, but it looks like a range. It looks like a change in behavior. This is a beautiful trend right here. That would have been a good long signal. That, of course, that candle is a bit too big to enter, but this trend is pretty good. And then you have that change in behavior, which causes a break of trend. So that's what we are going to try to avoid. What else do we have here? USD CAD is ranging. NZD USD, not much going on here. So we did miss, I think we did miss a trade on Euro CHF. I think that could have been the winner of today. Other than that, it looks really slow. I think this is one of the frustrating parts of scalping, because as traders we have to learn to be patient, and we have to learn to just wait for the right trades to appear. We have to wait for the right trades to kind of come to us. And when I'm looking for swing trades, I can pull up a chart and I can add alerts at different levels where if the alerts gets hit, I know that price is not trading at an interesting level. And obviously, when you're looking at the high time frames, price is going to be moving quite slow. So it might take 10, 20, maybe up to an hour before that alert gets hit. So during that time, I can scan other markets, or I can do something else. Like I have my gym here outside the office, so I can lift some weights while waiting for the alerts to go off. And it's much more difficult when scalping, because when you're scalping, you have to actually be ready to execute within 30 seconds. You get a signal and you see the signal, and you got to be ready right when you get the signals. So you have to be available, and you have to be at your screens at all time. And the only reason why I'm doing this is because I'm seeing huge potential in this system. I'm seeing huge potential in the system, which basically for me means money, right? So I'm seeing a big possibility to make a lot of money trading this system, because it's basically my swing trading system on steroids. It's basically my swing trading system sped up. So if I take, if I take 1 or 2 trades a week on a swing trading system, it would be 1 or 2 trades per day on a scalping system. which obviously translates into much better, well, I guess the same type of performance, but during a shorter time period. Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing this because it's not really worth it. It's not really worth you spending most of your day just watching a screen and just watching charts and just being obsessive with just finding the signals. If it didn't mean more money, it would just not be worth it, because it's I can come up with more interesting things to do with my life and my time than just to be staring at screens. And I think that's an important thing you have to think about if you're going to make the decision to become a scalper. Make sure you're actually making more money scalping than if you would be swing trading, because otherwise it's just not worth it. It's not worth it. All right, so no trades. So usually what I do is when I'm doing this, like I said, I have one 4 charts on each screen. So I have three screens with the trading view layout, and then I have one in my main screen here where I do other work like trading journal review and maybe work on some videos for YouTube and stuff like that. So I can actually, with this indicator, focus on other type of work while waiting for the indicator to give me signals, which is very nice, right? It's pretty good, but still I can't, like when I'm swing trading, I can leave and I can go out for a walk and I can, get an alert, and I know that I need to be back within 10 minutes, right? But when scalping, when I get the alert, I need to be at my screen within 30 seconds. So it's a little bit different. And then you have days like this when nothing is happening. So you'll just have to wait and wait and wait. And you can also easily see here if there's anything setting up. So now you'll have, well, basically what I'm looking for is, it needs to be, and I wrote this in my journal yesterday as well, it needs to be a clean and clear trend. And the moves that I'm shorting or going long, it needs to be obvious. It needs to have like that swing structure where the trade kind of goes like this, right? Like a wave. And I want it to be like, I want the trend to be clear. I need it to follow a good structure. And I don't want it to look like this. It needs to be very clear. I can probably show you a trade example I took earlier. I think it's earlier this week or last week. I think it was on Euro JPY. Yeah, this one right here. So this was a trade I took on Euro JPY. So you can see here that you have clearly some sort of horizontal level going through here. You can remove the indicators for a minute here. And the top of this horizontal level is right here. So you see that you have the fibs. I draw the fib from that low to this high, and you see here that this move is like, there's a lot of momentum coming in here. There's a lot of momentum. It's breaking above this range. There's a very clear level right here, and we're testing that level. Okay, so there you have the retest of the level. Beautiful retest, a good nice wick going into the level right here. Stochastics RSI is in the bottom here, and it's filling up that whole support level right there. And then you have a beautiful candle right there. So when I had this candle, I I think I can't remember if I exited at market when it kind of started breaking out, or if I entered. I do think I entered this one based on like the 1 minute, I think, because you had a downtrend here, and then you kind of had like breakup structure. You have a higher low here. You had a W structure, a good rounded bottom inside the reload zone. And I do think I entered this one when price kind of started breaking out here and confirming on the 1 minute. And you see this trade just going straight up to the next level above. So this next level above is based on these four-hour highs right here. So that's a high time frame resistance area, and I'm kind of front running at that level here with the 0.618. So you see the price just went straight up. So what you have here is that clean and clear, high volatility, high momentum market where you're breaking a level and it's like a clean break and retest and then you're straight up. That's the type of trades I want to be trading. We can look at Euro USD as well. I think I have a similar trade on Euro USD. See if I can find that one. Yes, it's going to be these ones. There's actually two trades here, one good one and one bad one. So let's look at both of them. So here on, let's start with this one. So here on Euro USD, you see that price is breaking above a horizontal level right here. So it's breaking above a horizontal level, and it got that downtrend, and now it seems to be breaking the downtrend. It's breaking above a horizontal level. The 4-hour moving averages are looking great here, and now you see price coming down. It's testing that level right there. Put the fib on from that low to this high. You also see that price is now hitting the 4-hour moving averages in confluent with the reload zone, the RLZ, and you have stochastics are in a good area, and there's the that should be the signal. Now this is not a signal on the indicator because it's below the 4-hour moving average. So this is an example where you don't have a signal, but it's still going to be a good trade. And the way I should have traded this was just put limit orders on the 50% fib, stop loss here, and then I wanted to TP at the 4-hour 20 EMA, somewhere around that area. And you see prices getting filled and it starts moving higher. Now, I do believe I exited this trade somewhere around here when it kind of broke the structure. But if I stayed in this one, it would have just moved quite nicely. Well, I don't think it broke up. So that was actually a good exit. But the idea is basically to show you the entry signal right here. You can see here that you have a break and retest, for bullish engulfing candles, stochastic RSI, everything in greens, and that's basically what I'm looking for. And yeah, that's I think this was the 1.3 hour trade by trailing my stop up, but it could have been a 4-hour or 5-hour trade, and that's the trades I'm looking for. I want to get in a good entry and then just let the trade run up to next high time frame level above. All right, guys. So I think that's it for today's live scalping session. Unfortunately, we didn't get any trades in during this session, but I'm going to select one. I'm going to select one winner now, and I will add it to the indicator here right away. So leave your comment. Remember to hit the like button on the video, on the live stream, and leave a comment with your TradingView username, and I will select one at random. So I did find a it's like a random generator here. So I'm just going to put it all in. All right. So, and also, okay, so let's see if I have everything in here. Yeah. Now let's see. Let's do a. Okay, so I only have 3 names today. So we're gonna pick one of these. I'm gonna click spin, and all right, we have one more. That one. Right, so we got four ones here. I'm gonna give it a couple of minutes for people to add their TradingView username in the comments. It's gonna give it about 10 seconds. I never tried this one, so I don't know if it's gonna be how it's gonna work, or if it's gonna be like a lot of ads or whatever, but we're gonna see. All right, just give me your TradingView username in the comments, and I will add it to the list here, and I will click spin, and hopefully it will give us a winner. All right, I'm clicking. If you have not put your username, your TradingView username in, I'm gonna do this in the next live stream as well. So make sure you are subscribed to the channel and hit that bell notification button so you can join next time live as well and get access to the indicator. Let's go. All right, Yoel, looks like we have a winner, and your username is Yoel Cruz 420. Wow. Almost like Lips 42. All right, we're gonna add x-axis. Got 1 month, October 27th. Apply. There we go. You now have access to the indicator. Congrats, man. So just go into indicators, select invite only scripts, and it should be in here, should be RLZ Slingshot by Libs 42. All right. That's it for today's live stream. Take care, everyone. And remember, come back on the next live stream, and I will have more giveaways for you guys. All right. Take care, everyone. And thanks for joining.